Hey kids, today we're going to talk about a very famous music composer. Nope, not him. Nah, and no. Aha, there you are. We're going to talk about Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina. I know it might be a really long name, but that's how they were in the Renaissance. He was born in 1525 in Palestrina, Italy during the Renaissance. He was taken to Rome as a young child. When he was 12, he became a choir boy for the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore. At this age, he started studying for music for 2 years from 1537 to 1539. After this studying period, he engaged as a singer and an organist for his native town cathedral. He helped the choir a lot and taught them music that he had been taught before. The pay that Palestrina got was mediocre, and it wasn't enough to pop off his career as a composer. But one day, Palestrina was noticed by Pope Julius III for his amazing musical skills. And then Pope Julius thought, I can hire this guy. I'll get back to this in a moment. 3 years later, in 1547, he got married to Lucrezia Gori and had 3 kids. In 1551, Giovanni had returned to Rome, and he started working for Julius III, in which he published his first book of masses in 1554 for the Pope. A book of masses is a book with a bunch of different church songs and stuff for mass. He had done all this before he even hit the age of 30. A year later, he hit us with an I'm about to head out moment and went to the papal chapel to be a composer. After Giovanni left, another Giovanni came to town, and his name was Giovanni Anamukua. After composing for the papal chapel for around 5 years, he noticed that the people that he taught in the choir were held back because of the limited amount of money that they had. So he decided that he wanted to break away from the papal chapel. A year after he broke away from the papal chapel, he found employment from somewhere else. The place where he found employment at was at a post where he remained for 7 years. Then, in 1568, he received an offer to become a musical director at the court of Emperor Maximilian II's place. And this is how it went. What's this? Nah. But he declined this offer because there wasn't a lot of money involved for him to be pleased. He'd also have to leave Rome if he accepted this offer, but he didn't, which I personally think was the best decision because he's been living in Rome for his whole life. In 1571, a famous music composer that I mentioned earlier in the video by the name of Giovanni Anamukua had died. But this was a good thing for Giovanni because he could return to his old post at Julius III's choir, which this is the first place where Giovanni worked. The choir at Julius III's place were really eager to have him back, so they increased the salary, and this is how that went. So we increased our salary and the Pope wants you back. Okay, so? What do you mean, okay, so? Well, there's this other place, called St. Peter's Choir, and I really want to work there, so, I'm gonna do that. So Giovanni went to St. Peter's and stayed there for a little while. Then, Santa Maria Maggiore prompted to rehire him, which was the place that he was a choir boy at when he was 12. And then, St. Peter's raised their salary, knowing that he was one of the best musicians of all time. And this is how that went. Hey, we raised our salary. Ooh, I do like money. And Giovanni chose St. Peter's again. In 1578, the title of Master of Music at the Vatican Basilica was given to Giovanni. After all of that awesome stuff that happened to him, there had to be some bad things that happened, right? Well, you're correct, because his wife died, and his 2 elder sons died due to the epidemic going on. Both of his sons were learning to become musicians just like his father. But you know, they kinda... So this epidemic made Giovanni very ill as well. He was depressed, and he was considering becoming a priest. But he renounced his vows in order to marry a wealthy widow named Virginia Dormoli that he admired for her wealth. Gold digging achieved, he continued working as a composer at St. Peter's Place. Then someone else tried to hire him, and look into my eyes when I tell you this. How do you think that went? So yeah, he said no, or according to the article I'm using, he was abortive to the offer, which I think is a weird way to say that, but okay. A couple of years later, he got some more offers and didn't really do much for the rest of his life. Then, on February 2nd, 1594, in Rome, he died a peaceful death right before his 69th birthday. Even with his death, his legacy still lives on through the Catholic Church with his book of masses that he wrote, that in my opinion is his best accomplishment. The Book of Masses changed how the church music was written till this day in 2021. So that concludes all I have to say about Giovanni and all the stuff he's done during his life. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.